another video talking about my heartbreak. It's gonna take a lot for me to live this one down, I would say. I've never lost every single chicken or every single bird that I had. I've had something, guineas, a couple chickens. I'm just devastated. This is so devastating. I know anybody who's watching these videos probably is not going to give a rat's ass about my heartache and loss of livelihood over all of my chickens getting killed by a predator, but I just want to lay these breadcrumbs out. I don't want to forget. Not that I have forgotten of all the times over the years that I've lost birds. This time is really hitting me hard, especially with my guineas. My babies were 7 years old. They have been through countless predator attacks. Countless. I think I can't even put a number on it because it happens so much. It's literally like a job for me to take care of chickens here because I want them to have a good life. I want them to be able to free range and be free to explore wherever they want to go. And in order to do that here, they need to be watched very closely. I've had problems with foxes and raccoons that would just come up all willy-nilly during the daytime. You know, even around this time when the sun is still out. And so there's literally been times where I had to sit out there with them at the coop and not leave that area. My whole life revolved around my chickens. And those guineas, let me tell you. They were so smart. They had been through so many predator attacks that they knew about everything that was out here. So they would help keep a real close eye on all the other birds. They would help alert me if something even came in the vicinity, if there was any kind of shenanigans going on. And you know, so many times my sweet guineas had evaded predators. So many times. They were so good at keeping themselves safe when they knew what was going on. I just feel like this whole thing was just a bitch. It was just a bitch move. It was a bitch move on nature's part, let me tell you. Coming in, taking these birds in the middle of the night when they had no clue what was going on. And I know a lot of them, most of them didn't put up a fight because, you know, when it's dark, a lot of poultry they don't know what's going on. They're like totally out of it. When it's dark, you can do whatever you want. And so I could tell there wasn't a lot of fighting going on because there wasn't many feathers left behind, but there were a lot of male guinea feathers, my male guinea and my rooster feathers, because they fucking knew what was going on. But like I said, just a bitch move on nature's part. Those guineas have kept themselves safe for so long. They were so smart. And for something to come in the middle of the night and just take them after 7 years of... It's just a bitch move. I really had a lot of stuff going on. I want to say it's been for the past 6 months, but it's been for so long. Things just keep happening. All these obstacles keep coming up, and I keep getting knocked down. And I'm trying so hard. Literally, my whole life revolved around these birds. And they're just gone in an instant. With no chance to fight, no chance to run, no chance to hide. Just. And now here. And this literally is taking food out of my mouth. It's taking food out of other people's mouths. I use my eggs for bartering, for soap, for food from other farmers. This is like a hit to my livelihood, for sure. It's just... If you're still listening 6 minutes in, if you listen to any of these videos, thank you so much for hearing me. Because I really don't... I got a couple people to talk to about this, but they don't want to... It's just... I just sometimes want to give up. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of getting knocked down. I work so hard. I'm just so tired of getting knocked down. And having to pick myself up and rebuild. And I'm telling you, I just started getting eggs again last January, maybe. Like significant eggs, because I had another predator attack last summer. I had a fox problem last summer. They were relentless. I got probably 10 or 15 of my birds last year, and I had to start all over again last year. I had 7 layers, maybe. They left me like 7. And so I ended up getting more around August of last year, which didn't start laying until about January, February, and it's what I just keep starting over. If I keep making amendments to this coop, my whole life is around being able to take care of these birds and be here for them. And not that I'm complaining, because I love my farm, I love being here, and I love working here and doing things. But holy shit. Just this whole realm is exhausting. I have a very privileged life, I think, compared to a lot of people. But damn, I'm just exhausted. I know I can't give up. I have no choice. I have no choice but to keep pushing forward, even though I don't think anybody's life would be affected if I was gone. I don't think a lot of people would really miss me if I was gone. I'm just so tired. I'm so tired of these bitch moves that the god of this realm or nature or whatever is just this energetic black cloud that hangs over me. And I was thinking, is it because I try so hard to just walk a righteous path. I try so hard to do good on others. And I make a healthy effort to just kind of isolate myself, which a lot of people seem to think that that's like not my choice. It's most certainly my choice, because my choices of people to be around are not what I want or need. So I make the choice to isolate. I feel better isolating, and fuck, I just don't know anymore. I don't know what to do. I'm tired of just having to always pick up the pieces and start rebuilding again. I'm just exhausted. If you're still listening, 10.5 minutes in, thank you kindly. Thank you so much. I don't really have anybody to cry to, and one of the two people I could cry to, one of them doesn't want to hear it, and the other one, I don't want to burden her. So, thank you for listening. This has been a really hard week. This past week, I seriously have never lost every single bird, and it's so unfair. I know it might seem silly to some people, but I literally dedicate my whole life to this. Just to have it just taken away, all of it in a heartbeat. And now it's like I have to start all over again with birds that have no idea of when predators are out here. They have no clue. They're gonna have no clue. I don't have any birds yet. I will. But my guineas and my older hens and my older roosters, they were so smart, and they taught the younger birds. And now they taught the younger birds about going in early, going in the coop before, usually I go in when the sun goes down. After so many predator attacks outside of the coop, even with me around, my oldest hens and roosters and guineas, they would go to bed early and show the youngins that, hey, we need to get in here a little bit early. Or if there was some kind of something going on, they would show all the birds to hide or whatever. It's just one thing after another. I thought the foxes were relentless. At this point, I would almost rather have foxes coming up here than to have all these birds just taken in the middle of the night. Like nothing. 7 years old, my kitties. They made it 7 years. They were so smart. I got so many stories about how smart they were. A couple years back, my guinea girl, there was a fox that came and had chased all the birds around, and she was the only one that I couldn't find. None of them had gotten killed at that particular instance, but I couldn't find her. I was just so upset because there had been several times where she was gone and I had to look for her, and I would find her even at nighttime. And once found her, I was so heartbroken. All the birds had, I found them all. We had this fox appearance, and everybody got scared. It happened right before sundown, and I managed to get everybody back into the coop and safe, and except for her. So I looked for her everywhere. And then I gave up. Sometimes guineas will fly into a tree and they'll just stay there for the night. So I gave up, and then I came up to the house, and at the time I had some baby chicks in my sunroom, and I was giving them their water, and I went out the sunroom door to pour the water out, and there was my guinea. There was my guinea girl. She came up to the house. She was scared, so she came up and hid by the house and where she was safe. It's such a bitch move for them to just get taken in the middle of the night like that. when not having any clue what was going on because it was dark and they couldn't see. Such a bitch move after 7 years. I'm just exhausted. I don't want to give up. I don't. I do feel like I need a little break here. But I can't even take a break. I gotta fix this coop and I gotta get some chicks. Because if I don't get them sooner than later, they won't be fully feathered for winter. Or who knows. So it's like, they won't have eggs for at least 6 months. So it's like I gotta get back on my horse, like right away. And I just doing it all alone, and I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired of life, period. I'm so tired of all these obstacles. It's not just the chickens, it's everything. There's so much that happens. So many obstacles. And it's like, why can't things just flow? I don't feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Why can't it just flow? Why can't I get ahead? Excuse me. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you. I appreciate you for hearing me. I'm not one for therapy. Outside of our own therapy, I've been doing self-work for decades. I can't afford therapy, nor do I want to try to look for a therapist that could even possibly understand the dynamic of my life or my fucking brain. As I definitely have a severe case of CPTSD. I just don't want to fucking bother. And I don't want to hear I don't want to hear anything from anybody about it. I'm sure therapy is great for some people. It's not my bag. I'm pretty good at working shit out on my own, but if I really do think that leaving these breadcrumbs, making like vlogs, is so cathartic. And I know there's going to be a time down the road when perhaps things will be better. And I can look back on these times and just remember where I've gone, what I've been through. So if you're part of that, too, by just listening to me, I guess it's meaningful. So thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.